practice of vote buying, the practice or electoral violence is not new in our body politics. Like I said, we will not be hypocritical about it. The practice of vote buying is not new. But the alarming level of vote buying and opulence we saw this time in the NPP is unprecedented. And I'm sure you in the media who covered that primaries will agree with us that we have never seen this level of ostentation in our body politics before. And that should give every democracy-loving Ghanaian genuine cause for concern. Even more bizarre, ladies and gentlemen, were reports by you in the media of how social distancing, wearing of face masks, and other critical COVID-19 preventive protocols were defied and thrown to the dogs as delegates congregated in their hundreds, mingled and interacted, including wild jubilations in the full glare of the police, who are supposed to enforce the law. It is sad, cruel, and reprehensible for President Akufo-Addo, who promulgated the law, that is EI 64, which has led to the arrest, prosecution, and imprisonment of pastors and other Ghanaians, to turn around and supervise the flagrant violation of the same law by his party officials and members with the impunity we saw during their Saturday parliamentary primaries. This is abominable, particularly at a time church and mosque gatherings have been restricted to a maximum of 100 attendees and a duration of 1 hour. And at a time, Ghanaians who are found not to be wearing face masks are being subjected to all manner of degrading and inhumane treatments. The recklessness and lawlessness displayed by the NPP during their just-ended parliamentary primaries, coupled with the selective application of the law on COVID-19 preventive protocols by our law enforcement agencies, make the imprisonment of pastors and Ghanaians who were convicted for breaching public gathering restrictions under EI 64 totally unjustifiable and unfair. We are all making sacrifices, sacrificing our freedoms, freedom of religion, and so on, adhering to the precautionary protocols which have been outlined by the Ghana Health Service and the World Health Organization to ensure that we keep safe and protect, and prevent the spread of the virus. As a result, President Akufo-Addo has promulgated the law, EI 64, which has imposed restrictions on public gatherings and all that. Even though the restrictions have been reviewed, there are still restrictions. For example, we are not allowed to have more than 100 people in attendance in our churches and mosques and so on. And our pastors, our imams, are abiding by these things. Pastors who were found to have breached these guidelines right from the outset were arrested, prosecuted, and some of them have been jailed. As we speak, people are in jail for breaching COVID-19 preventive protocols. And you, the same man who promulgated this law, President Akufo-Addo, who doubles as the leader of the New Patriotic Party, supervises this recklessness, lawlessness, and impunity on the part of his party officials and members, where these COVID-19 protocols were thrown to the dogs. Nobody cared about social distancing in the full glare of the police. Yesterday, some of us thought that the president was going to use his address to the nation to at least reprimand his party for this, indiscipline and lawlessness. But he didn't, showing clearly that what happened was with his tacit approval. And we are saying that this is not fair. This is not justifiable.